welcome back to another live stream. Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be tuning in from. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. With me, had a sneeze, hold on. Okay, better now. Thank you for tuning in with me this afternoon. Glad to have everybody here on this Saturday live stream. We don't typically do Saturday live streams, but some stuff got shifted around. So we're here. I figured it'd be a perfect day to do a little turboprop flying. We're gonna fly an airplane on this stream today that we've never flown on the channel before. And there's a reason for that. We're gonna get to that here in a minute. But first and foremost, who is excited for some Tahiti King Air 350 ops, huh? Look at this. This is a real airline, Air Archipels. Is that what I'm saying that right? Archipelago. Either way, Air Archipels. It's a real subsidiary there for Air Tahiti. They actually fly these around the island. They have Twin Otters as well, which, yes, that's what we're going to be in later on. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to fly one leg into King Air. We're going up to Bora Bora. About a 30-minute flight. We'll probably do a little scenic departure, kind of around the through the mountains here on the mainland. I guess would you call it mainland? I don't know if you call it mainland Tahiti, but head up to Bora Bora. Then we got to swap into our Twin Otter. Now, pilots in these little airplanes, pilots that fly these types of routes, typically can fly more than one airplane at a time because you're not required to maintain multiple type ratings. So it is not theoretically impossible that a real pilot would actually do what we're going to do today. We're going to fly to Bora Bora, swap out, get it in Twin Otter on floats. We're going to pick up some guests from the Regis Resort, and then we're going to fly them out to an island, and then back, and it should be a lot of fun. So I'm ready. I'm excited. Brandon Brodsky, member for 1 month. Thank you. Rip my old streak, but we started a new one. Hey, Brandon, welcome back. Glad to have you on board. Brad K, gifting 10 memberships to the channel to get this thing off, and just Brad K, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for that. Very kind of you. Let me make sure my alert box is actually on here. Perfect. Thank you, Brad K. Very, very kind of you. Thank you for that. Kicking off the live stream with 10 more gifted memberships. Everyone's green. This is who needs members only when you have the V1 Nation supporting you like this. I mean, this is insane. So appreciate you all that are here. We're gonna skip the shout outs today because we do have a lot of stuff to do. My voice is so much better, but it almost like wants to squeak out. I'm drinking some coffee. I feel great. I feel fine. I'm a little tired, but my voice is still, I don't know what it is. Is it Georgia allergies? Is that a thing? Is Georgia giving me allergies? I don't know what is going on here, but it's in my chest. I can feel it like when I breathe, like I cough, but I have no other symptoms. Everything is fine. Like worked out, go fishing, do stuff in the yard, totally fine. But my voice has left the building. So maybe it's still back in LA when we did our long haul. Ryan Johnson. Did I hear Fenix has a 319, a 321 by end of year? Of course I did. I know this is going to be a frequently brought up question. Did I hear about it? Yes, I did. I am extremely excited. And chat, what do you think I'm most excited for? Yeah, V2 is nice. Block 1 is nice. Block 2 is nice. IE engines are sweet. 321 with IE engines, that's super sweet. But guess what? A319 ops with IAE engines. Oh my goodness. I've been waiting to have a 319 in Microsoft for quite some time. I know everybody's so pumped for the 321. Everyone's going to be happy about the 321, which I'm super excited for that too. We're going to fly it. I love having the variety of airplanes. Having the whole fleet here on Microsoft is going to be fantastic. But that 319, y'all, I said it from day one. I think the day one release stream of the Fenix, I said I hope they make a 319 because it just reminds me of a 319 the way they did their texturing and stuff. So I hope that stays true. I'm super excited though. We're gonna have a lot of fun when they do release. I will do whatever it takes to be off and stream and fly when those airplanes are around. I will, even if I have to burn sick time, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for y'all. So Brad K dropped another $10 in the house. Brad K, appreciate the $10 super chat, my friend. Let's go Jets. Jets and turboprops. Brad K, thank you so much, man. Yes. How'd you like that, the Hall of Fame game, man? You know, Zach Wilson slung it around there. He made one complete pass that seemed pretty decent. So, gosh, I just hope they cut that guy. Anyway, Brad K, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Football is almost back. We're going to have football, and then we're going to have Fenix, V2, and possibly 319, 321 status this fall. How awesome is that? This is one of the most exciting times of the year right here. Do I fly 320 in real life? Yes, I do, Marco. Yes, I do. So it's going to be fun. I didn't see who said this, but someone said V1 is chilling in paradise. Meanwhile, Flight Deck to Sim is in a hold over England. Yes, I know. I was watching that Kuro stream, the Kuro 787 stream. You know what? I'm glad I didn't fly it on the long haul over here because as good as like some of the systems are and stuff, Flight Deck to Sim, he shares a lot of the same things that I have with it. Like taxi's kind of weird, takeoff roll is weird. It just jumps into the air. It feels like you're flying a boxed airplane. So I have something special that I'm gonna show you guys. I think it's special. We're gonna do it probably on this next stream when we go to New Zealand. So we're gonna be in an airplane that you've also never seen on this channel before. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope you guys are ready. We could sit here and chat all day. This is basically podcast version here. I swear we got to do a podcast at some point. But let's actually get this airplane fired up. We got guests to take over to Bora Bora. We got another caravan over here. Thanks for scooting over, my man. As soon as I went live, he spawned in, was right on top of me. Got a King Air over there. I don't know if I think that's the ATR over there, Air Tahiti ATR over there. It is real weather, which is beautiful. 050 at 5 knots, no significant weather. However, I bumped the time back 2 hours, so we're not just midday the whole stream. It's like it's actually 7:06 in the morning right now. So it's 3:06 Eastern. And it's 7:06 a.m. sim time when it's really 9:06 a.m. So I just bumped it back 2 hours. Everything else is real weather. So got to get my next gin. McCallum, no worries, man. No worries. All right, let's go ahead and fire this thing up, and let's enjoy the day, shall we? This is going to be a fun one. We have a basic Garmin 530. I would imagine these airplanes out here that are flying around in Tahiti have GPS because there's really no other way to navigate. There's a couple NDB beacons and one VOR, which we will tune into on our water flight, but there's really nothing else that you can do there. So let me go ahead and get everything set up here. Let me make sure my throttles are set. I got to go idle, feather, cut off. All right. That's all good. Let's go ahead and power this sucker up, shall we? Let's go battery switch on. Let's go ahead and turn on external power. We'll turn on the avionics master power. We'll turn the taxi light off. Let me get my hardware lights off. Those are all off. We'll turn the nav lights on. We'll turn the tail floods on because Chicks Dig logo light. So that's on. Everything else looks good here. We're powering up the airplane. We'll cancel our cautions. Make sure the sounds are up. You're on beer number 2, Brad K. Hey, I'm just excited that we had football back. I mean, just seeing football back. So I just went to Costco yesterday. We got a new sound bar. We got a surround sound system coming to the V1 house. Cannot wait for football season. We're going to do it big. And I also saw, wow, that's pretty interesting. I also saw Costco has 95-inch flat screen TVs. Guys, does anybody in chat have a 95-inch flat screen? My wife would probably kill me. But I'm thinking I might just pick up a 200% trip just to go get a TV. 95-inch. Could you imagine watching football on a 95-inch flat screen? Anyway. Thomas Garcia, hey, Captain, just want to let you know I passed my ADX written today. Thomas, that's absolutely fantastic, my friend. Congratulations. It's good to hear, man. Get those writtens out of the way. That way we can focus on flying. All right. You have an 85, Paul? See, I've got an 80. I've got an 80. So, and I thought that was massive. That was like, we're not even, we can just do a podcast. So when I was growing up, we didn't have a lot of money or anything. We had nothing really. We had old school TVs, real small. And then, so for some reason, I said, whenever I make it to the airlines, one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to get DirecTV because I wanted to watch Sunday Ticket. I want to watch all the football games, and I wanted to get myself a new TV because I never had a TV growing up, never played video games, never did anything like that. So I ended up buying I think at the time it was like a 60-inch flat screen. And then when I made it to when I upgraded at the regional level, I was like, oh, I'm going all out. I'm going 75-inch or I think it was 70. I think I have a 75-inch flat screen, and I've had that for years, long time. But it's kind of showing its age. But man, that 95-incher at Costco, goodness. Brad K and JP are just dropping gifted memberships. JP dropped 5 gifted memberships to the channel. JP, appreciate you. Thank you so much, guys. If you pick up a membership from JP, shout him out. Let him know you're appreciative of that. And also Brad K dropping another 10 memberships to the channel. Brad, appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much again. Just turning it all green. Turning it all green. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Brad K and JP setting it up. Flight dispatches in the house. Can I get some Speedbirds in chat? Some Speedbirds for Flight Dispatch. Appreciate you. Thank you, Brad K and JP. You guys are awesome. And we have a Speedbird in the chat. Goodness gracious. All right, here we go. NTAA, we're going direct to. We're going to just do this the easy way. We're going to go nearest, if I remember how to do that. Oh, it's not on the nearest. I have to actually type it in. Okay, so let's go direct to NTTB is what we're going to do. Oh, boy. Look what the cat dragged in. Cosmic Doubloon. NTTB will activate a direct to. Cosmic Doubloon has dropped into the chat. Guys, we have more memberships than, like, viewers right now. You guys are insane. 20 gifted memberships. Cosmic Doubloon, good to see you, my man. Hope you are well. Thank you so much for that massive dono to the channel. Some memberships indeed. Cosmic, too kind, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I haven't talked to you in a while. Hope everything all is well over there in the DCS land. But good to see you, Cosmic. Thank you so much for stopping by and gifting a massive donation to the channel. And Aviator Nick is also in the house, gifting 5 more membership. What are we? That's 5, 10, 20, 40, 45. You guys are crazy. V1 Nation. Aviator Nick, very kind of you. Thank you for the gifted memberships as well. Everyone's picking them up. Guys, if you're picking up a membership, you have no idea what you're getting a membership, exclamation point, welcome. And then just go check out the shorts videos. Do shorts videos. You can track me while I'm flying. You can see what's going on. And you also get access to the V1 After Dark Discord and all the podcasts that have been pre-recorded, which we haven't done one in a really long time, but we're probably going to do one soon. TM. So, anyway. Mark says, cries with a 7-year-old 55-inch flat screen. I need to upgrade. Hey, Mark, where are you located, man? I'll send you. If I send you mine, then maybe the wife will let me get a new one. I'll send you mine. I think I've got like I said, I think it's a 75-incher. It's old, but it does a good job. It's old, heavy, does a good job, but it is a flat screen. The podcast. Voice is real low. Voice shouldn't be real low. Let me see here. Turn your. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spin this around here. Voice should be just fine, but everything else is might be on your end. Hopefully it's all good. Okay, let's go. Let's get this airplane started, can we, please? Jeez. All right, here we go. What are we doing here? We need to turn on some extra lighting here. Let's go master lights. I'm going to turn all these on for right now because it is morning time. We're going to get our engine instruments, avionics, all these puppies up right here. I'm going to turn those off. We'll turn on the pilot overhead flood as well. Co-pilot overhead flood, and then, oops. We'll do this one here. No FedEx livery, unsubscribe. Where's Team Vodcat? Oh, you know what? I was wondering where he's at, but he's having a block party today, so no Team Vodka. Let's go ahead and run through a flow here. I think we did something like this. Standby pump. That's coming off, and we do crossfeed left. You check that. You hear the motor, whatever going on. We could see our fuel tank test. We take our aux tanks. I think we only have like 10 gallons in there, less than. All right, so that's good. So our main fuel, what do we have? We are looking at 6, 7, 65, 600 is 1,200 pounds of fuel on board. That should be just fine. It's a short flight, 30 minutes. Let's come over here to the FO side, make sure everything is in the off position. Stall warning test is good. Aft blower, all the environmentals are off. And let's go ahead and put environmental off for start there. That looks good. We have this set up for our 8.9 hours in this thing. I thought I had more than that. Everything idle forward cutoff. We'll come down here. We'll get the oxygen and rotor boost electric trim. We'll leave that off. Cruise altitude today for the cabin. I don't think we're going to get up high. I want to fly low because I want to look at the water and all the good stuff. So let's spin this back. Good thing the smoker's window is open. I know, AJ. Steven. Sorry, honey. I sent the TV to someone in need. We have to get a new one. Oh, my goodness. All right, aircraft altitude. I think we'll take it up to about 15,000. That should be the highest we go. Looks like negative pressure differential there. Interesting. We'll do a rate right about there. That sounds good. Okay, that looks good. Magic barrel ref key. Clear the caution. We'll set our initial cruise altitude. Let's take it up to, let's get above 10. Let's do 12.5. 12,500 VFR. That is set. Everything looks good. We'll put Unicom 122.8 up on COM 1. Transponder, we should be squawking 1200 for VFR, because we did file a VFR flight plan. We fired VFR direct. So 1, 2... but I think that's supposed to be 2000. I don't know. What letter grade do you give the sounds? Jeremy, in this airplane, I don't know about a letter grade. I think that, let me try, on a 0 to 10, the FT Sim pack that I have the old FT Sim pack, because the new one, I think, is about a 6. The old original FT Sim sound pack for the King Air, which is what I reinstalled to, is probably 7.5. 7.5. I mean, it's got some good sounds, but a lot of the blends are off, and you know what, Jeremy? I give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8 for the one that I'm rocking. But the new one, I think, is about a 6.5. It just doesn't have anything really good on there. Okay, everything else is set up. Let's go ahead and fire it up, shall we? Brad Cake dropping another $5 super chat. Brad, appreciate you. What did you say here? Got to make a Chicks Dig logo light shirt. Oh, maybe I should. You know what? We'll have to. We're gonna get some new merch out. We're gonna do that. That'd be a funny one. I'd wear that to the airport too. Brad Gay, appreciate the $5 super chat, man. All right, here we go. Let's do a actual battery assisted start. So we're gonna go turn off the avionics. We're gonna get rid of external power. Everything is off here. We're gonna turn on our beacon light, which is that over there. So beacon is on. Everything else is off. Windows are open. Brakes are set. Are you guys ready to start engines? Here we go. Let's go ahead and spin them up. I'll be quiet. Clear the caution. And starting number 2. Here we go. Oh, shoot. Idle forward cutoff. So 350i, we're going to wait till max motoring. We'll go low idle. Right about 20-ish% is where it stabilizes. There goes our fuel. There's our light off. You see what I mean about the blend? It just is kind of like there. There's no like blend in. It just kind of hits you. ITT rollback. Here comes 50%. Starter cutout. Rotor stable. Gen 2 resetting on. Come up here, check our battery. 28 volts. Generator is supplying. Cool. Gonna close that window because that's just really loud. So we'll go into high idle. I'm gonna go ahead and turn down the sim a little bit. It just hits hard out of nowhere, you know? Alright, so you could do a generator assist, which I remember doing it where you turn off the generator, start it up, and then you turn the generator back on at like 50% or something, but I don't remember how to do that, so we're just doing it the old school Beach 99 way. So we got a good start on number 1, so let's go ahead and we're on high idle now. We're going to use high idle on the turbine so we can use that power to juice over and crank the left engine. Here we go, turn 1. Monitor your engines here on the startup here. We got rotation. There's 10%, minimum of like 12, right? 10 to 12 minimum. Let these big 350 engines get up to about that max motoring. We got our ITT start limit just over 1,000 C there. That looks like it's max motoring. We'll go low idle. There's light off, fuel flow, rotation on the prop. Here comes the ITT rollback. % starter cutout. We're in the green, we'll go inverter. Stable. Left generator online. Go ahead and bring number 2 back to low idle. Just making a bunch of noise out there. We'll close the window. With both engine generators on, resetting on, let's go Avionics Master, power on. We'll come up here, we'll double check our loads. Battery's still good. Right generator, left generator, everything looks good there. Now there was a button. Oh, here we go. Here's our volts and amps. This is the button I was looking for. So you can check volts and amps and all that, but everything looks good. So volts, amps, check. We're restarting the Garmin up. We've got a direct 2. We're going to do kind of a VFR departure. Winds are 050, so we're going to taxi out to the right and depart to the left, and then make a 360. We might go around the island. Let's go ahead and set 12.5 is good. We did everything else. Let's go environmental on. Get some power into this sucker here. We'll go ahead and turn on our 530 GPS. With that also on, let's go ahead and rudder boost. Electric trims coming online. Verify our trims are 3 set, 0, 0, and 0 across the board. We are looking good, my friends. We are looking good. Wait for the GPS to get its position. Light off sounded terrible, and yeah, it's not mixed properly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jeremy. It's just the sound, like the quality of the sounds isn't terrible. It feels like it's just not cohesive. You know, it's not a cohesive unit. Who was that? Oh, is this flight accompanied by some tropical island music? Froome, that's me. I wish we had some too. I wish we had some tropical island music. All right, we'll put our CDI into GPS mode. Looks like our CDI course is going to be roughly 105. But I think what we're going to do, chat, I think we're going to take off on runway 5, and we might just make a left turn around the island. Should we do a left turn around the island? We'll do an island tour. We'll go off runway 5, left turn out, we'll go around the island, then we'll go direct to Bora Bora. That's what our passengers are paying for. We're burning gas. We don't need flaps. Let's go ahead and make a radio call and get out of here. I think it's Archipel 122.85, 122.8. What am I on? Where's my column 1? Oh, right here. Wrong column knob. That's a 250-hour move right there. 122.8. Please don't turn that off. Yeah, Scenic Tour it is. I think it's Archipel. First class medical failure, no doubt, with that noise. Speaking of medicals, Cam, I gotta go get mine this month. Where are we? Tahiti traffic. Tahiti traffic, Archipel 357. Going to be taxiing for departure out to the northeast, or Tahiti traffic. I don't know what the runway number is, but we're VFR. Where we're coming from, that's strobe. We don't want that. Where's my taxi light? There it is. Taxi light is on. Oh, that looks so good, doesn't it? We're going to make a tight right turn. Brakes released. Here we go. In other words, it doesn't sound like it's just part of everything else. Yeah, exactly. Let's juice it up here. I did set our cargo load. We are moderately loaded. I think we're about 5,000 under our max. So nowhere near our escapades in the mountains of Mexico when we were flying powdered sugar and basil leaves. With the prices you're charging for these tickets, yes, I need an island tour. Was that too loud for y'all? Now, here's the thing though. This is a real moment. That sound in front of a King Air it's very good. That real almost white noise sound that hurts your ears and gets the tinnitus going. That's very realistic. If you ever stood in front of a King Air, right there. So what I'm saying is the sound quality is good. I just think it needs some tweaking, some blending. We need COSP. Where's the KOSP? Hey, Chaos, get that KOSP guy. Is it just Air Tahiti? That's why I don't use headsets for streams, Christy. Did we figure out the call sign yet? I think it's just Archipel. No, it's not enough. My wife's nagging me. Hey, Mix, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you on board. Now, is there a taxiway out there? No. So doing these streams I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but two things. Number one, if you're here, smash down the like button, because I personally love doing these kind of streams, but I know not everybody likes it. I know it's actually kind of low on the algorithm side of things. So help it out. Smash the like button so more people that do like this, the lower percentage of YouTube watchers of flight sim videos, they will find these videos. That way, the more people that watch it, the more often we'll do these streams, because I personally get just as much, if not more, enjoyment doing turboprop flying than I do flying jets around on the sim. Look at that shot right there. Second thing I wanted to say is, this kind of makes me sad, because did I ever tell y'all that I applied to do Cessna Caravan flying in Hawaii, and then I didn't get the job? I think I failed the interview. Actually, I know I failed the interview. I failed my written portion of the interview. They didn't hire me. I was like, what the hell? Oh, I forgot to make radio call. TD traffic, Archipel 357 back taxi, runway 2322, whatever it is. Archipel, thank you, Chaos. That's what I thought. We're doing a little back taxi situation here. Let's get all our lights on while we're on the runway. Everything looks good. We'll do our hot 5. We'll do a feather check down there at the end. Dougal, good to see you watching this on the left screen with the 828 Comanche flying on the right screen. Dougal, the 828 Comanche. You're back in the sim, my friend. Looks like we have a hot cabin already. Let's go ahead and remedy that. We're going to go auto. Yeah, we're going to go auto and decrease cabin temp. Aft blower on. Environmentals are on, so it should be... Oop, there we go. Don't mind me, I'm just doing S-turns down the runway here. Now, when I was a really skilled aviator, I used to be able to do a feather check on taxi out. Should I attempt to do a feather check? Oh, I don't think I can. Oh, I can! Okay, so we're going to do a feather check on the taxi out. So we're going to ride the brakes, we're going to spin them up. Here comes number one. That feathered, bring it out. Only do this if your operator allows it, by the way. There's our dual auto feather. Let's bring number 2 back. Auto feather light with number 1 goes out. And number 2 feathers, bring it up. Runway's wide enough. Uh-oh. Alright, off the brakes. Feather check can come off. We can do a governor prop test, right? Ground idle stop. We'll skip all those. We'll go ahead and can that. Let's go ignition on. Auto feather arm is on. Let's get our hot 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is on. Kill the caution. What do we got? No fuel transfer. That's normal. Here we go. Flight instrument check. Yeah. There. Left turn. Ball swings opposite. Right turn. Ball swings opposite. Normal. HSI is moving. That's exactly what we were doing. We don't need all this runway. Is there a guy backpacking behind us though? I tell you what, let's spin it around right here. We don't need all this runway. Come to the right now. Feather check into the bushes. Much easier to control in real life. Tahiti traffic. Archibald 357. We're going to be departing runway 05 out to the north. Tahiti traffic. All right, we're set up. We are ready. Make sure everything is good. We can do standby pump on, I guess, for that. Why do we got no fuel transfer? Oh, hold on. Alright, here we go. Nose forward on the stick. Ears are ringing. Remember, good King Air pilots, we're not going to bounce them off the limiter. So spin up. Oh, we have actually have to get the cams up. Got to get the cams up. So we're idle. Let's go ahead and bring up those power levers. Get those props up to the governor. Auto feather is green. And now we can release the brakes and apply full takeoff torque. See how nice that was? You got 100% on the torque. Airspeed's alive. This can be quick. Rotate. Positive brake. Gear up. Fly with. Oh, that looks nice. That ATR down there and that Pilatus, whatever that is. All right, we are up. Maintain 120 here. 160, I mean. Oh, man, look at this view, though. All right, there's 1,000 feet. Don't have any flaps. We'll do 180 here. Let's go ahead and bring our torque back down a little bit. Let's come 90. We're going to do a nice, we're pretty light, so we don't need to be screaming out of here. We're going to save fuel to about 80. Bring our prop back. There we go. Trim it out. Look at that. Look, Mom, no hands. That is beautiful. I'll tell you what, we'll take it up initially to 7.5. Let me sync my heading bug here, because what point is a visual tour if we're not seeing it? So we'll come down here. Let's go yaw damper engage, autopilot IAS hold, and heading selected. So about 190 knots. disengage. Alright, hold on. Don't do that to me. Trim it down. Tell you what, let's do it from this mode right here. IAS hold, autopilot, IAS hold, heading. Why is it trying to do 160 in the climb out here? I swear, every time I do it on stream, it gets screwed up, but in real life, on stream, look at that, though. Look at the beaches down there. Looks like somebody just blasted off. Look at that. Alright, we're doing 4.9 for 7,500. 330. How's our torques and temps? Everything is looking good right now. Let's continue. Look at that view. Full screen view. Oops. The King Air 350 climbs like a stupid rocket. Saw one Air Inuit 350 take off from Como last week. My guy went in the clouds in no time. And the bases were at 5K. Yeah, the King Air, the 350, man. All of them, honestly. Any King Air is a beast. The King Air is an overbuilt turboprop. That's why I love it so much. A321 cam. The PC-12, I don't think it's as overbuilt as the King Air, but the SimWorks Studio guys that are building that one, or making that one, I'm super excited for, Cam. I don't know if you're aware of that. The SimWorks Studio, same guys that did the Kodiak, they're doing a King Air, or I'm sorry, a PC-12. And it's going to be a day one purchase for me. Do a little island tour here at 7,500. Tahiti traffic, Archipel 357, leveling 7,500. We're doing a tour of the island at 7,500, then we'll proceed direct Bora Bora. Tahiti traffic. Make sure we don't hit anybody. All right, we're leveling off at 7.5. We'll let it accelerate. We'll leave the auto feathers on because we are below 10,000 feet. So I'm going to leave the auto feathers on. We're altitude heading mode. Torques and temps are good. That's actually, let's bring back about 90% on the torque. 90%, props are 1,700. They're pretty much synced up. We'll go prop sync on anyway. Wow, this island is beautiful. Yeah, Cam, you didn't know that? Oh, man. The only reason I don't have the Kodiak, Cam, it's because I don't love G1000s in the sim. Although I keep hearing everyone says to just buy the Kodiak anyway. I don't think I have it. Maybe I do. Maybe you guys did talk me into it. But the PC-12 is not G1000. At least I pray that they don't make a G1000 version. I'm pretty sure there isn't a G1000 version, but we're going to get a little bit closer. We'll do 240 on this one. Look at the terrain now. Look, oh my gosh, this makes me want to go on vacation. Nightbot? Oh yeah, Nightbot's drunk. I never updated the route. My bad. I never did update the route for that. That is a beautiful place to fly though. What do you mean, Dougal, multiplayer bug? I'm not familiar with a multiplayer bug. You said, what do you think of the Baron 58 when you flew it? Jeremy, Barons are good airplanes too. Barons are good airplanes. It's been years since I've been in a Baron though. I think I have more Seminole time than Baron time. Gosh, that terrain looks so good though. I mean, what a beautiful sight that is. I mean, not every day do you just get in your flight sim and see this kind of terrain. That's kind of a cool shot on the nose right there. Alright, we're high enough. Let's go ahead and go direct to. So we'll come here. We're going to zoom out. We'll go... oh, no. I need to cancel. Yeah. Flight plan. No, I should be able to just redirect us to it. Oh, well. I'll just do it here. I'll just do it the old school way. NTTB one more time. We'll get an updated line. NTTB. We'll hit the nav. Turn it direct to. We'll spin our CDI course. It should be roughly about 210 or something. Wow. I feel like we're on a Jurassic Park Remember when that King Air, Jurassic Park 3? Destination for the Twin Otter ride, Migs. It's a secret. We are going to depart close to Bora Bora, though, because I think they would have they got to have a seaplane near Bora Bora to do their main stop. But we're gonna, when I swap airplanes, we're gonna swap into it in Bora Bora, there in the water, and then we're gonna do a super short hop. We're gonna fly over to 2 resorts. Now the handling on the water is very interesting. But we're going to pick up some passengers at the resorts, the little bungalow hut things, and then we're going to take off and go to an island just to the southwest. Others not flying it hear the Kodiak inside their own cockpit. Really? So others not flying it hear the Kodiak inside there. That is weird. C-160 Transl has the same issue? Wow, that's all new to me, dude. I had no idea. We're gonna get real close to this mountain. Matter of fact, I think what's the height of this mountain? Let's go ahead and climb up. 11.5. I'm gonna do vertical speed up a little bit. There we go, about 500 feet a minute. Look at that, though, with the sun off the water. Mateus, yes, Aerosoft pulled it from the marketplace, and we'll talk all about it, and I know why. It is an airplane that really has no business being in its flight state anyway. It just doesn't fly. It doesn't fly at all like an airplane. Now, and it has tons of issues when you try to do float plane physics, which is sad because the model is actually quite nice. And I remember having the Aerosoft Twin Otter for FSX, which was very nice as well. But there's something, it doesn't matter how many curves or how many reactivity settings you put on the Twin Otter, it is so weird when it flies. And we'll talk all about it when we're in it. We got probably about a 30-minute cruise in the Twin Otter as well. So we'll talk all about that, and you'll probably see me struggle. We'll probably have to do a little bit of slew just so we can get on or off the beaches in the Twin Otter, because the variant that I have that has the Air Tahiti livery is not a amphib. It is a straight up like float plane, and it doesn't even really have water rudders, which I find interesting. I thought they would all have water rudders, but it's very challenging to move on the water, so we're going to do our best. Yeah, this is basically Jurassic Park, I know. All right, so now we're getting ready to go right over Tahiti. This is cool. So we flew in our Pan Am A310. How fun was that, though? Right down there. All right, we're looking good. We're 7.9. Let's go ahead and go up a little bit more. Tahiti traffic, Archipel 357, right over top of the Tahiti airport at 7,900. We'll climb it to 11.5, direct to Bora Bora, Tahiti traffic. All right, so we're out of 8 for 11.5, direct to Bora Bora. We'll go ahead and get a little bit more juice in here. Let's pump up those torques a little bit. About 95% or so. That'll give us a little bit more juice. We'll up the vertical speed. Try to get 500 feet per minute out of it. Close enough. And there she goes. Nice little tour of the island. Dougal, you did some jumps from the Twin Otter? That's awesome, man. Now, I did not jump in your capacity, but I have jumped out of a Twin Otter as well in Arizona, out of Eloy, Arizona. 14,000 feet we jumped. But I am assuming yours were a little bit more tactical than my fluttering drunk butterfly impression parachute jump. Probably rather pull it than fix the bugs. Well, and you'll see when we get in it, guys. The model is very nice, but I bought it day one and I never flew it on stream. And I think I've tried to make bindings for it one time, and then I just gave up because it was just that bad. and then never got fixed. And when I say that bad, now that's a cool little airport right there, cool little runway to land on. I was going to land there, but we spent so much time chit-chatting before the stream, we're just going to bypass that. We'll go straight to Bora Bora. But yeah, it's a shame because I think with a solid flight model, it would be good. The sounds are plagued by the same issue as the King Air FT Sim sound pack in that the mixing is terrible. Like, you'll get ignitions and then all of a sudden the engine's just like blasting. It's weird. The quality of the sounds are good, but they're just not mixed properly at all. So, all right, let's do a quick engine check here. So I did, for those that are that are members, since it's basically everybody now, when I was making, gotta make sure you monitor your engines here. So I was making thumbnails for this particular stream when I was flying the King Air around. I love this black square. And I was flying around and I realized I had 2 chip detector lights. Actually, one came on first. I'm like, what is it? I have a chip detector. Like, is this real? Is this actually happening? And then the second one came on, like, we have to do an emergency landing now and how to save my airplane. But yeah, the black square with the maintenance is awesome. I was kind of abusing my engines because I wasn't really thinking. I was just kind of making thumbnails and being a little rough on them. And then I had a chip detect, and I'll show you here. So right here, left and right chip detect. That's what came on. That is a big time as well. Chip detect basically basically works like a magnet, right, in the sump. And then once enough particles, if you are shredding particles in your engine, if enough of them collect, it actually activates a circuit, which triggers the chip detect, which basically means your engine's coming apart. Now, kind of sidestep that into the Neo. Man, this just makes me want to go snorkeling down here. Look at these beaches. I'm going to Tahiti on my next vacation. But in a 320 and 321 Neo in the Pratt & Whitney, so the Pratt & Whitneys, if you get a chip detect on a Neo, you are essentially guaranteed an engine failure, or at least an engine shutdown, relatively soon after that. So a chip detect in a Pratt & Whitney Neo is a telltale sign that you're about to lose an engine. So, I actually had an FO, flew with an FO recently that shut down an engine on the way to Mexico. Same deal. Chip detect came on, and they had to, they were getting ready to shut it down, precautionary, and then it failed. Migs says, have you ever piloted or flown a Twin Otter? I really enjoy the Twin Otter in sim despite my limitations. Migs, I've never piloted a Twin Otter. Like I said, I did fly in one briefly on the way up for my tandem jump when we were jumping out of Eloy, Arizona. Oh, look at those little islands. I just get so distracted. That's where I want to be for my next vacation. No, I'm going to show you where we're going to go, where I want to go on my next vacation. We're going to go there in Twin Otter. But Migs, no, I've never flown a Twin Otter. But I would imagine it flies very similar to a Caravan, just probably more performance. Now, the ones with floats, I would imagine, are a little bit more less on the performance. You know, like you put those big floats out there, it's a lot of drag, extra weight, so it could wear you down a little bit, be a little underpowered. But it really is kind of sad because the Aerosoft Twin Otter, the model is great. Like, the cockpit looks good, the external model looks good, and like I said, in FSX days, it flew really, really nice. I did a whole St. Bart's, what was that? There was a program for FSX where you could have like a pilot career. FS Passengers, I think. I did a whole pilot career on FS Passengers with a Twin Otter at St. Bart's because I just had so much fun with that airplane. Phenomenal sound set. All right, we're 1,000 feet to level off. Let's see what our GPS is saying here. Let's move our nav page over a little bit. Where's the nav page? Nav page 1, that's what I want. So about 26-minute cruise. We could go a little bit higher, but that's all right. We'll zoom it out. All right, that looks good. Now I believe, I bet they send the ATR on this route here. Bora Bora, Tahiti, that seems like an ATR route for sure. Did that flight in real life, Air Tahiti, such a scenic route? That's awesome, Matt. In real life? That's awesome. There's actually a chip detect ECAM V1, yes, Jeremy, in the Pratt & Whitneys, I believe. Actually, I think in all of them. Honestly, there would be one in all of them. But, yeah, chip detect in the Pratt & Whitney Airbus is a almost guaranteed engine failure coming at you in about 30 minutes. Same for the C-17s with the Pratts. Crazy, Fonzie. Yeah, Pratt is having a lot of issues right now. There's a lot of airlines here in the States that have Pratts on their Neos as well that are going to be suffering. Zippy says, my flight plan at NTTB has gone AWOL. Guess I'm visual. Just go visual. Fly towards the island. Pick a heading. Fly towards the mountains. We're going to be a little bit feet wet here for about the next 15 minutes or so. We'll plan our TOD here as soon as we level off and set our cruise power. We're above 10,000 feet. We'll get the auto ignition off. We'll get the auto feather off. How's our cabin? Cabin is cooled down. We don't have any lights on over here, which is good. We'll do a nice little level off. Yeah, the IAS chip. I'm pretty sure every engine has a chip detect. Every turbine engine. Looking forward to your thoughts on the Quadrant. It feels like it's on rails to me. Dougal, it's 100% on rails. 110. It is the most railing airplane there is in the sim. Like, it's worse than default. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right, we leveled off. We're in cruise. Let's bring our power back. Let's do about 90%. 88% is fine. I'm going to bring the props back to quiet cruise, 1600. You see how the torques go up? That's why when you're powering down, that was real small, you probably didn't see it. When you power down, you go left to right. When you power up, you go right to left. So powering up, mixtures, or in this case, our condition levers, which we're going to leave, props, and then the power levers. The reason you don't do power first is because when I push these forwards, I'm gonna miss my my target. So powering down, if I were to go power down right to left, if I'm already at the torque limit, say I'm at 100% torque, I'm climbing out 100% torque, and I bring my props back first, bringing the props back is going to increase your torque. So you want to make sure you actually bring the torque down first, then set your props. Your torques are going to move again, and then reset your torque. So that's just a constant speed propeller technique that you're supposed to be doing when you're powering up, powering down. So everything looks good though here. We're 11.5. We're about 235 knots. Everything looks good. Do we have a seatbelt sign on this airplane? I don't think we do. I don't think this one has a seatbelt sign. So let's go ahead and enjoy the morning cruise over to Bora Bora. Man, this makes me want to go to Bora Bora so bad. So bad. Oh, you're in the ATR at the moment? Nice, man. We're going to do, James Minton, the ATR operates on the route right now. Yes, I was going to do ATR in Tahiti, but we're just doing a super short stint here in Tahiti. We're doing today island flying, and then we're saving the ATR for New Zealand because there's a lot of good ATR ops in New Zealand. So we're saving the ATR for that one. Not very frequently, if ever. I don't know if what other airlines. I'm sure there are, like beach airlines and stuff, but very rarely have we ever been on a tour or doing something with an airline that actually has Twin Otters, let alone Twin Otters on floats. So I found this was a unique opportunity that, hey, we got to, number one, they also have King Airs. So this is a King Air operated by an airline, and they also have Twin Otters. So we had to check it out. Did Aerosoft update the exterior engine sounds for the Twin Otter? It was really quiet. Yes, Migs. I think the exterior sounds have been updated because they're quite loud. Rough approach, that's what I thought. I thought it was up here. Oh my gosh, right in my face, my friend. Yeah, you're right there. FSB and no smoking. Thanks. Right in my face. Oh, I see land. Land ho. So neat, though. You're the TBM behind me, Bossach? Nice. How come most prop planes have fuel levers instead of just a switch? Why do I have a master caution light? Hold on. Left fuel quantity. Why is our crossfeed open? Our crossfeed's been open this whole time on accident. Look, when I was doing my crossfeed checks, normally, I think it was, I don't know if they do it in the 350. but like in the 99 and stuff, in the 90, you would go left, and you would just hear it turn on, then you'd go right, make sure it turned on. I must have left my crossfeed open. So now we got a crossfeed back to the left side. Interesting. Why do most prop planes have a fuel lever? You're talking about like the condition levers? Because a lot of them, well, it depends on the engine. It really depends on the engine. But there are high idle and low idle speeds. And then if you have a piston engine, your mixture, your fuel mixture, directly impacts your performance on the airplane as well. So the higher you climb, you need less fuel air, right? So you need less fuel because you have less air. So you're adjusting that constantly, pretty much, whether you're on a piston-driven turbine, turboprops, not so much. Like I know the ATR, that's you set it and forget it, pretty much. But you do have varying idle speeds. Now, jet engines are completely different. You do not mess with the fuel from the cockpit. I can't think of an airplane. I've never been in an airplane where you adjust fuel to your jet engines. That's typically a FADEC situation. That's what the FADECs are for. But props are a little bit different in the fact that you got to separate turboprops and turbines from pistons, and then pistons have their own set. You are the FADEC in a piston engine. You are the FADEC with mixture. In the turboprops, you have, depending on the engines, you have varying idle speeds that you use as well. So that's why we have levers instead of just a button switch. Now, I guess theoretically you could put it on a button, but what fun is that when you can have a lever? I may have forgotten to set my fuel load and payload before taking off. I set mine before the stream. So we have, I think, 5 passengers and 1 pilot, so 6. Flight sim school, yes. You would never, yeah, high idle, low idle, and cutoff. Yeah, that's the only position you'd really use it for. So theoretically, you could have a switch. I'm sure there's an airplane out there somewhere that has a high idle, low idle. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if there's an airplane out there that has a high idle, low idle switch. I've only ever seen levers. Even if it's just a one-position lever. I think the ATR is a one-position lever, right? It's just fuel on. The Twin Otter is kind of similar, where it's either off or on, and you turn it on and it's on. Mixture pitch power, dead foot, dead engine. There you go, Canadian. You're speaking some real pilot terms now. Blame it on my elbow. Xylabo, welcome. You're not too late, man. We're just kicking off. We just leveled off here in cruise. Let me see if there's actually, you guys have a good, now we got to have some tropical sounds. Let's see. Is there a, if I go here, tropic, what would it be? Tropical? Oh, yeah. Oh, but that's only like, I want an actual song. Oh, that's sound effects. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Now we're flying in Tahiti. Pac-Man. Pac-Man 056 dropping 10 more memberships. V1 Nation, appreciate you, Pac-Man. Welcome to Team Green, everybody who just picked up a membership from Pac-Man 056. Make sure you say thank you. Be kind, courteous, respectful. Thank Pac-Man for that. Pac-Man, appreciate the support. Very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Good afternoon to you, Pac-Man. Glad to have you on board, my friend. Welcome. On the Neo, you generally don't have to add thrust for crossbleed starts. Chaos, and that is 100% fact as of last weekend when we were doing our crossbleed start, because I just had to do it. On the Pratts, and I think on the Leaps as well. That's the only difference in the crossbleed procedure, is you leave the operating engine at idle, which is super lame, but kind of cool at the same time. Because you don't even have to tell anybody. I mean, technically you could say, oh, we're going to do a crossbleed start. You're supposed to tell ground or whoever you're communicating, because typically a crossbleed start entails running up the thrust. When you run up the thrust, you could have jet blast damage to anybody behind you, so you want to make sure you're in a good area. But on a Neo, theoretically, you don't need to tell anybody because it's just you're literally at idle thrust and you spin up the first engine or the second engine, whichever one you need a crossblade to. But yeah, that was verified in just this last weekend when I flew that totally busted up Neo with no APU. Did you see the screenshot I sent of a 320 pilot saying he ran an alternate law on first engine start? Jeremy, yeah, I did. Sorry, man. I think you get it by now. I'm terrible with text messages. Speaking of, I think my wife texted me an hour ago. Hold on, I gotta respond. But yes, Jeremy, I did, and I've actually had that happen to myself, Jeremy. I've actually had an engine start back in the day. Let's say that like I'm super old, but back when we used to do, after every engine start on the IEs, you did a, was it a FAC reset? I think it was a FAC reset. I can't remember now. After every engine start. And then they updated the software where you didn't have to do that. But back in those days, I remember I was still a new FO starting up, and right after the engine started, just everything kind of all hell broke loose. Like we had ding, 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 something like didn't reset, alternate law. Like, what the heck is that? Tried doing a reset procedure on the phone, didn't work. Went back to the gate, maintenance came on, they did some checks, and then we pushed off, everything was fine. But yeah, Jeremy, I've actually seen that. It's been a long time. I've only seen it one time, but that has happened to me as well. Man, did V1 did a tour of the island and is about to overtake me? I am. I'm cruising, man. 350. We're rocking. We're rocking 230 knots. How's our fuel situation? We still got to burn down on that right tank. That's crazy. Look at that view right there, though. I just love the sounds of turboprops. And this is, look at this right here. This is clean. This is a good Azobo model. Guys, I'm super excited for this, like these next two, this stream and then the one coming up. I'm super excited. I kind of want to talk to you about it. Should we do it? I'm going to do it because there's only like 190 of us here, so it's kind of like the hardcore of the hardcores. Keep this on the hush-hush. So, instead of the 787, I know you guys want to see it, I know you voted for it, but it's not a democracy. Okay? This is a dictatorship. Just kidding. Kind of. We're going to fly the 747-8 in the Air New Zealand Wave livery. And I'm super excited because I had to try it. Blame Christian Ionscu. He said, you got to try it. It's not the worst thing he ever flew. And I honestly, it's no PMDG, but it's good enough to where I think it would be absolutely epic to take a 747 from Tahiti to New Zealand. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, and I'm thinking, and I don't know if I'm going to do this or not, we may do it on the way out of our tour, because I flew on a 747, I think we talked about it on the last stream, it was a Air Fiji, or whoever it was before, Air Pacific, whoever was before Fiji Airways, they had 747s. I flew on a 74 into Tahiti, or not Tahiti, into Fiji. So I was thinking maybe on the way out, instead of Sydney, LA, we might do Sydney, Fiji, I don't know, or we might just do Sydney, Qantas. I think we have to do Sydney to LA on Qantas, because I did that in real life. And that is a long flight, y'all. That is a long one. We're going to just have to set it up. I might set that stream up at like 7 p.m. and then go to sleep and wake up and continue on. But yeah, I'm super excited about that one. And is there a sound pack? That's one thing I need to do some research on. Is there a sound pack for the default 74-8? A benign dictator. Thank you, Dougal. James says the weirdest thing that happened to me was right after Gear Up 320 went into Alpha Floor and I crashed on VATSIM. James, you must have wrote. Let me guess. Were you in the Flight Factor? James Minton. I know this was a couple minutes ago, your chat message, but was that in the Flight Factor? The Flight Factor had a nasty flight model characteristics where if you rotated just ever so slightly, it would like trigger Alpha Floor. Remember, Alpha Floor is a predictive function of AOA. So it would trigger incorrectly, and I even had Alpha Floor trigger on a couple of my rotations early on in the Flight Factor days. But I'm guessing that's what happened to you, is you tripped it out by rotating too fast. Oh, jar design, even worse. There you go. FT Sim has a 7.4 sound pack. It does. All right, so I will look at FT Sim. We'll take a look at it. Bosach said I flared the 7.4 20 feet late and had a 500 feet per minute landing. That'll probably be us. Airbus Geek, welcome. Nice to see you in tropical area. Did you see the Phoenix news? I did, Airbus Geek, and I am super, super excited. Wow, look at this shot right there. Phoenix is just crushing it. Remember when I said Just Flight is #1? We'll have to see at the end of the year. We'll have to reassess. We're going to reassess our Microsoft top developer list. Right now, Just Flight, in my opinion, is still #1. But we'll have to see after Phoenix V2 drops. They're bringing their A game. A 319 and a 321. I was not expecting that. I will tell you guys. I was thinking, maybe a 321 down the line, maybe a 319, maybe a 3. I was hoping for a 319 down the line. But Phoenix operates kind of like Delta Force. No one really knows about them. Knows what they're doing. But yeah, they came out and dropped. Oh yeah, you're gonna have 2 more airplanes by the end of the year. Pfft. That's amazing. Sign me up, please. 40 pounds or whatever it is for 2 more airframes. Phoenix quality.
357. What's your current altitude?
We're sitting at 11,500.
Roger. We've just made a left turn, so we might be crossing over you, but we're forcing dead.
Roger that. That sounds like Green Dot Aviation. We got to start down soon. Let's do a quick mental math check. Have I tried the A2A Comanche? My #1 hands down Dougal. I bought it because Q8 Pilot made me. I watched one of his streams and I was like, dang it, I got to buy the A2A Comanche. Yeah, I did a flight in it, blown away. I mean, if you want the GA experience is owned by the A2A Comanche. If you have a PPL, or maybe you want to get your private pilot license, or even if you have a commercial, it doesn't matter. But if you love the GA game, you have to, as much as I love the Black Square stuff, I love Black Square King Air, I love the Caravan. I heard their Baron is good. But the Comanche is your one-stop shop GA experience in Microsoft. And actually, it's a lot like the I would kind of equate it to the Challenger 650 in X-Plane when that dropped. If you wanted to know what it was like to be a commercial pilot, to be a corporate pilot, you flew the Challenger. Well, if you want to know what it's like to be a GA pilot, you get the A2A Comanche. I.e. Baby Blue Livery, America West Ops, about to get real. Soup JC, I pray that Phoenix includes the Baby Blue America West livery. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to hit up... maybe I'll get in their Discord and I'll be like, hey, can y'all maybe put this on the list? Because Baby Blue America West been so neglected. Jeremy, me too. I'm interested in the beat up 319. All right, we're going to do a quick... Oh, yeah. So, Zippy Zapple. Yeah, you sound like Green Dot Aviation. All right, so let's do a quick mental math calculation. Oh my gosh, here comes Bora Bora, y'all. Who needs mental math? Let's just start down early so we can visually see everything. Oh, didn't want to do that. Barrel ref. Let's set 5,500. IAS hold. Power's coming back. Let's drop down to 11.5. As we power down, we'll get our auto ignitions on. We'll get our auto feather on because we're going to go below 10,000 feet. We need to take a look at this. These islands down here. Mr. Martini, greetings. I would love to have a martini right about now. Matter of fact, maybe I'll have one tonight. Good to see you, Mr. Martini. Will be fun end of the year for sure. Caro. Dude, you're telling me. So, fall time, which in general, fall is my favorite season of all seasons. Then we have American football. We have bass fishing. We have pumpkin spice lattes, and now you're throwing on a Phoenix A319 with IE engines. My life has changed for the better, my friend. My life has changed for the better. All right, so here's the quick plan as we descend over these islands here. We're going to land. We'll do a little quick replay of our King Air landing. I'm going to throw up the Be Right Back screen because spawning the Twin Otter on the water, because remember, we're in the straight float plane variant, no amphib. I kind of have to like spawn midair, then like kind of semi-crash land it, and then reset it. So we're going to put it at the BR back screen. It'll only be a couple minutes. And then we'll be in the Twin Otter. And we're going to talk all things Twin Otter. I don't have my Seaplane rating, which is something that's on my bucket list. I'd like to go just do, even though I would never use it, I just want to go get it. I had an opportunity to do it when I was flying corporate, and I didn't do it, and I've been kicking myself ever since up in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. But we'll try to do some Seaplane. We'll try to talk about some Seaplane ops. But it's just, and we'll talk about why the Aerosoft King Air is just, or the Aerosoft Twin Otter is just not, it could be so good, but it really isn't. But it's going to be fun because we've never done float plane ops, and we're going to some cool resorts that are modeled here in Bora Bora, so I'm pumped up. It might be entertaining to watch us try to water taxi around too. We're at 5.5 already? Copy. Keep coming down. Let's do 2,500. IS hold. We're going to get even lower. I mean, this makes me want to go on a vacation so bad. I love King Airs, man. King Air is hard to beat. You almost got the Kodiak Amphib from Simworks Studios? Yeah, I heard that one's really good. Paul, might have to take some time off work when the V2 drops? Yes, sir. You and me both. Pumpkin spice unsubbing. AJ, come on. You know you love yourself a pumpkin spice latte, my friend. I got a meme just for you. Put it in the Discord. I think it's been cycled around a couple of times. Look at this. Is this like a Baja shelf here? Look at this. Deep water. This is where all the sharks are. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, let's go scuba diving right on the cliff. No. Oh, I'll pass. That's how you get got, my friends. But the fishing is probably pretty good down here, though. All right, we're coming down to 2,500. We're leveling off. We're going to power up here. We don't want to get too slow. We're, what's our distance? We're 13 miles out. Maintain about 100 and, what are we, 220 knots? 220k knots. Approaching Bora Bora. Would you do a trip? Would you drop a trip for the Fenix 319, Jeremy? Yes. Instantly. Instantly. Who wants to fly the real thing when I could fly the Fenix? You want to see the plomp onto the water? No, I don't want to spoil it. I think it's going to be better if I just start golden dark in the water. You really need to talk XP72 and doing some GA flying? I know, man. I would love to get XP into some GA. What we need to do, we need to get XP into the Fokker, though. I think he would really enjoy the F-28. I really think he would enjoy that airplane. We need to get him into the Fokker. It has a Garmin GPS. He could put the GPS in it if he wants to. Get a little bumpy down here. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do a wind check. How long is this on? We'll wait for this on to end, and then we'll start prepping. Let's go ahead and start slowing down, though. We don't need to be coming in here at 240 knots. Prop sync should come off. Bora Bora traffic, Archipel 357. We're entering a left downwind for runway 30, Archipel Bora Bora traffic. Terrible radio calls. Alright. We're basically on downwind already. See the airport right there? So we'll enter a downwind. Oh, actually, no, screw that. We're going to do a autopilot off. I'm going to show you where we're coming with the Twin Otter. This is what I love about the King Air, too. You could just bring the power back. So you see these, we're doing a little sightseeing. This is where we're going to pick up our passengers here. I think I forget which hotel this one's called, but they're all along here. And there's actually a dock over on the other side, so we're going to try to get on that dock. But, ooh, yeah, we're starting to get some turbulence as we go over the beaches here. All right, let's set up for a left downwind, though. So we're 1,500 feet. We'll go down to 1,000 feet. We'll level off. All the lights are on. It's been on because we've been low level. Now we're flying right into oncoming traffic. St. Regis. Thank you, Tyson. Yeah, the St. Regis Resort is right there. I got to get flight recorder up. St. Regis, Four Seasons, they're all there, which is really cool. We're slowing down to 180 knots. Maintain 180. Props come up a little bit. 1,400 feet. Let's keep coming down. Actually, let's come down to 1,000 feet. Let me get flight recorder up. The 146 has an FMS. The 146 does have an FMS. And they're getting a UNS-1 as soon as it's released as well. Just Flight's working on it. All right, I'm going to get rid of alt, get rid of nav. And I'm going to get rid of the yaw damper. I know theoretically you can land with it on.
Or traffic here, changing there with Rocket. We are descending east of the field, 3,000 feet, and coming in north.
Dude, that is Green Dot Aviation. Hold on. I'm sorry, you're blocked. Say again.
We're east of the field and descending to 3,000 feet. We're going to be probably about 10 miles north and then heading south.
Cover that. He sounds exactly like Green Dot Aviation. All right. Bora Bora traffic, Archibald 357, turning left base for runway 33. If it is 33. I don't even know if it's 33. Gear down. Let's go ahead and start slowing up. Recording's on. Let's do this. There's our wide arc. Gosh, the water, it looks so nice. That's reverser not ready. Voice is a little too deep, though. You're right, Jeremy. A little too deep. What's the runway number here? Is it 29? Let's go next notch of flaps. 130 on the speed. We're looking real good. I think we're a little bit low, though. See if we can shallow out this descent here. Oh, no, we're right on. 2 whites, 2 reds. Looking good. Bora Bora traffic. Archibald 357 on final runway 28. Full flaps. 29. Props are coming up. 120 on the speed. Ooh, looks like we've got a little bit of a crosswind here. Let's go ahead and get on center line. A little bit of a crab. 2 whites, 2 reds. Pretty long runway, but we don't want to have to do a back taxi, so we're actually going to come in low, and we're going to try to put it right on the paint and do a short field. So let's go ahead and start coming on down. We are full flaps. On speed, correcting. We're going to go in here 3 reds. That looks good. So we're going to try to make that first exit to the right. It'd be so fun flying this in real life. Be doing this every flight. I'm going to just put it on the numbers. I think if we put it in the paint, though, we should be able to stop.
Zero with Bravo. We're based for runway 11.
Come on, right on the paint. Oh, we missed it. Oh, we floated it. We floated it. We missed it. Rookie move. Off center line, too. I feel like we should do that again. Let's do a quick back taxi here. Hard stop. Spin it around. Now we missed it. Dang. It was actually a pretty bad landing. Normally the King Air's pretty good to me. We are lighter than normal, though. Was that a 186? What was that? I could have buttered it out, but okay, as I do it quite frequently. I try to, even in, like in the Airbus, like especially going into Minneapolis so I can get donuts. All right. Bora Bora traffic, Archibald 357, we're clear of the active taxi that ramp, Bora Bora. All right, here we go. We're clear of the active. Recording is off. Let's go ahead and clear you out. That's a caution. We'll go crossfeed off. Let's get our ignitions off, auto feathers off, avionics can come off. We'll just ghost ride the whip in here. Where we're going to find ourselves a good parking spot. We'll turn our lights off there, except our beacon. Beacon is still on. That's good. Go right over here. Flaps. Ghost Rider in. A little bit of juice. And cut off. 50% feather. Burp. Beacons off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bora Bora. Oh, we erped it a little bit long. Erped it just a little bit long. But we are here. That was as beautiful. That was as short as that flight was, Cam. I agree. That was a beautiful, short, fun flight. Let's watch this turboprop land. Then we'll watch the replay. What is this guy? What is this guy in? Can't make him out. Where's this? He's way high up. He's right there, but when I zoom in, see how he does. Until he comes back, I guess we can continue the shutdown so we don't torch our airplane. So that's coming off. Ice light can come off. Tail flood can come off. Should have got those after clearing the runway 2. Everything else looks good. Those should have been off before shutdown. That should have been off before shutdown. That should have been off before shutdown. That's why you don't ghost ride the whip unless you're doing your proper after landing flow. Everything is clean. Trim reset U to 0. And crash bar inverters. We're done ski. Look at that. Alright, where's this guy at? There he is. Let's see if he can put it in the paint and make that first turn off. See if he can make that first turn off. And then we'll watch the replay. Then it's going to get a little bit controversial as we fire up the Twin Otter. The Aerosoft Twin Otter. Oh, it's an ATR. Let me make sure all my volumes are up. Oh, man, he's a little bit of chop coming down. See how he's getting beat up by the chop there? I think as the day is getting warmer, you start getting a little bit more sea breeze. All right, right on the markers, my friend. Let's do it. Come on, green dot. Ooh, he was a little long, just like me, and he landed left the center line just like I did too. That crosswind, sneaky crosswind. Sneaky crosswind. I mean, it is kind of neat to see this ATR though. Here, let's see if he turns around. I guess what I should do is I should turn up the other airplanes though, because we're not in jets. I want to see him do a taxi by, because we're going to be doing some ATR ops. Oh, wait, there's a taxiway over there. Oh no, he's just using the turnaround. This will be a cool shot though. Watch, trust me. Cinematic purposes here. He's going to do a drive-by on stream. ATR's got a good enough model. This is going to look sweet. Canadian, you really want a Beach 1900? That would be nice too. Flight Dispatch just got the Flight FX Vision Jet. Looking forward to taking for a spin. I heard that one's got some good stuff. Good sound pack to it as well, the Flight Dispatch. Let me know what you think. Look forward to seeing some of your screenshots in the Discord. This guy, look at this guy being all professional, taxiing at like 5 knots. This is definitely Green Dot Aviation in disguise. He's got like a professional center line. If only he could land on the center line. Like, sorry, I was off center line too. Watch your ears. Oh yeah, pause for the camera. Nice. Alright, that's awesome. That's awesome. Smash down the like button for ATR traffic. That was cool. Yeah, Chaos, that's right. Boris does the sound pack for the Vision Jet. That's right. I don't, Jeremy, I don't think he is. He's never said anything that he is, but this is no lie makes me want to fly ATR. Damn it. I want to see if it's got, okay, well now we waited this long. Let's see if it's got good shutdown sounds. Let's see if it has good shutdown sounds now that we waited this long. And then I'm going to get another Twin Otter. Oh, come on. That was the worst shutdown sounds animation I've ever seen. That just ruined all of that juice. That just ruined it. All right. Here's the plan. Stick around. Give me about 5 minutes to reset for the Twin Otter. I'm going to try to put it in the water here next to Bora Bora, and it's going to be fun. So that was super lame. Disliking the video for that one. Not your fault, Green Dot Aviation, just Microsoft shutdown. Everything, that drive-by, that taxi-by was 10 for 10. That shutdown was negative 5.7. So anyway, I'm going to reset here. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes in the Twin Otter on floats. This could get interesting, Chad. I'll see you in a few. Guys, let me, oh, wait, it's not ready yet. Hold on. What am I doing? You can't see this. All right. Okay, we are ready to go, except I'm going to take a quick lab break while we're sitting here on the water. So you guys enjoy the little float plane. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to hit the lav. I'll be right back, and we're going to fire this puppy up. Right now, we're just off of the airport here at Bora Bora. So here's the airport. We literally just parked over there. Oh, let me reconnect to that sim. And then we're parked right there. Now they're going to get on their float planes. We got some resorts we need to hit up, and I'll be right back. So enjoy the view. Give me 2 minutes. All right, Migs has dropped a 10 more memberships to the channel. Migs, my man, appreciate you. Hold on, I'm doing a tactical flip-flop check. I'm gonna need my flip-flop secured for this flight. Migs, I appreciate that 10 gifted memberships to the channel. Very, very kind. Very, very kind. Appreciate you, Migs. Guys, if you pick up a gifted sub from Migs, make sure you let him know you're appreciative of that and you received it. So this is going to be fun. Thank you, Migs. AJ, fire it up, my friend. I need to reconnect as a Twin Otter on that sim. We are a DH6, right? DHC. We are a Twin Otter. There we go. But Migs, very kind, my friend. Very, very kind. All right. Now we have all our new memberships to the channel. You're one of us, Team Green. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up, shall we? I saw you said that. I see what you mean about controversial. A brief second leg, no engine sounds. Definitely very, very controversial. Almost. But look, see what I mean, though? Look at the textures. The texturing on this airplane looks great. The external model looks great. A little bit of a lag there as we log in. Everything on the outside looks great. Cockpit, here we are. We got the gust lock. Overhead looks great. Wing views, look at the grime, just where that's where it is too, because you have the short stack exhaust on these. So you see how short they are? On the 350, well actually, yeah, on the 350 we had those kind of like those cat whiskers that come out off the whisker exhaust tips. This is just capped. Now that's actually a pretty poor rendition of it. Now that no, there it is. There's the holes in the back. So it literally just pumps out right next to the engine, and it gets everything black and grimy all the way down the engine and under the wing there. So very neat to see that. Great modeling. Good stuff. Textures are fantastic. Sounds, I'm curious to see what you guys think. I think you're going to say the same thing that I'm saying. The sounds are good. but the mixing is terrible. It doesn't, it just, some things don't add up. But other than that, let's go ahead and fire it up. So we have, we've got our GPS in here. We're gonna take off. We're flying over to the resort. We're going to pick up some passengers, and we're going to take them to, they're leaving the resort, and they're headed to an island just to the southwest of here that's only on the GPS or in the Microsoft map. I think there's an airport there in real life. Actually, no, there's an airport there even in the sim. They fixed it. But where we're taking them is a little sandbar that's only served by floatplane. So, is the PT6 tick present? Yes, it is, and you're going to hear it here. So let's open up the doors. I swear there was a way to open up the aft doors, but I guess I'm mistaking. Oh, look, that looks like a guy on something over there, floats, or maybe that's an amphib, AJ Funari. All right, let's go ahead and fire this thing up here. My only flights in this puppy were in Colombia, which was seriously interesting. Dougal, I bet you got some stories, my friend. Dougal, I'd love to. We should do a little podcast. Dougal's Colombia experience back in the day. I bet you could tell some stories, Dougal. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us. And I hope that A2A Comanche flight's going well. Make sure you check those cylinder heads. Don't lean too much. Get them too hot. All right, so here we go. Let's fire up this airplane. What we're going to do, we're going to get rid of the gust lock down here off the floor. So now we have free and correct flight control movement. What we also need to do is we're going to come up to the overhead panel. The battery is actually not on this panel, but I'm going to set up my lights here. We're going to turn up position lights into the on position. No smoking, fasten seatbelt sign will stay illuminated this flight. And bleed air is in the off position. All right, cool. Everything looks good. Everything else is off. All right, with that, here is our battery panel. We'll go DC master on. Battery is on, so battery was off, now it's on, so our battery is on. With our battery firing up, we've got our cockpit lights, everything looks good. Our Garmin GPS is going to fire up. We're going to use autopilot very lightly, but we'll set 2,500 feet for our cruise altitude. We'll put the squawk on VFR, which doesn't even really work, so we'll just set 1200 on the VFR squawk code there. 1200. Let our Garmin's power up. I do need to check our fuel and balance. So, weight, fuel, and balance. We got 50% fuel. That's fine. We're going to zero out these weights for right now because we don't have anybody on board. We're leaving empty. But let's say we've got 360 there in the back row, just some flight bag stuff. 2 pilots, 50% fuel should be fine. Actually, we don't even need 50% fuel. Let's go ahead and let's 35% fuel. Man, this max, 360 pounds. All right, there we go. So we're pretty light. We got to head over to the resort now. So let's fire it up. There's really not much else to do except our GPS. So I'm going to turn you on. We're going to turn you on. I do need to I need the GPS position to come to life before we fire up, though. I guess we could fire up, though, while we're sitting here. So what I'm going to do is we're actually going to start this airplane in feather. So we don't, and I have my feather bindings bound, right? I do, yeah. So feather is bound. We're going to start them in feather so we don't move anywhere. We want to stay feathered. So everything looks good there. That looks good up top. I'm going to get rid of the yoke because it's kind of in the way here for a second. Let me check fuel. Our boost pumps, both boost pumps are on. Nothing there. Vent, ram air. We can turn the ram air on. That looks good. And let's go ahead and turn on our flight data recorder for engine start. All right. Magic barrel ref key. Let's go ahead and start engine number 2. So listen to the sounds. Watch your ears and let me know what you think. About 10%. We'll go fuel. Not terrible. Not the worst I've heard. Not the best I've heard. Alright, but we have our number 2 engine online, so let's go ahead and turn our number 2 generator, reset and on. Bus tie is in the normal position. Let's go ahead and close our door. And let's go ahead and start the left engine. Percent. 12%. Fuel's coming on. Oil pressure's on the rise. Spin it up. Now we are in feather though, so they're not really going to be doing anything. So they're in feather. Now the videos that I've watched of these Twin Otter float pilots is they are constantly manipulating reverse and their props when they're on the water, when they're doing water taxi stuff, because that's the only way. It's not like having wheels. Like, you are constantly manipulating the controls. I will put up my camera so you can try to see my best attempt at recreating that. But we got 2 good starts. Let's go ahead and get the left generator on. We'll reset it on. Bus tie will stay in the normal position. That should have been on. All those look good. Pitot heats can stay off. Taxi light can come on. Caution lights, that's the test mode. There we go. We don't need any stab de-ice. We'll arm the emergency exits. General lighting will be bright because it is daytime, so we'll just put that in the bright mode. Reading and entrance lights, we don't need those on, it's daytime. Strobe lights can come on. Flight compartment fans will come on. And no de-icing required. Nothing needed up there, so that's all good. And then we'll look at this panel. Everything looks fine there. Ignitions are set, landing and taxi lights. So I think we're pretty much ready to go. We need to just back off of the dock here. We'll set the Unicom 122.8. And this is where it's going to get interesting. We need to back off here. I think we might be able to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the props out of feather. And then I'm going to be ready on the reversers. So you can see our prop NG. I got to see where my bindings are. Our percent prop RPM is coming up. This one's missing a yellow, which is interesting. A yellow range. All right, now let's go ahead and drop it into reverse here. And we may be stuck. That's all right. We'll have to. It's just a little bit of slow. Oh, maybe not. No, we're stuck.
Bora Bora Chanteio, comparação mais bonita mais aqui, ó,
Come on, baby. Break off there. Stuck on some coral. Oh. Look at that. Look at this Cessna. That's got to be AJ. Come on. Let's go. We're so close. All right. Brakes. Stop. So this airplane has a severe weather. Look, so hands off. See how it just wants to weather? Let's not hit the boat. Oh boy, it's gonna get interesting. We gotta get our way out of here. Gonna back off here. I think we hit imaginary coral reef here. Let's see if we can turn out to the left. I think we're on another coral reef. Left the fishing rod out. Alright, so it's virtually impossible to manipulate this plane on the water. It does not obey physics, other than forward and aft and weather vaning into the wind. There's a 350 trying to get into the water. This is getting interesting. Hey, Aaron, good to see you. Let's just see if we can go in reverse past this coral reef here. I just need some room. I'm gonna back it on out, back it on out. And I've got like there's no water rudder, which is what I find interesting, but I guess that's maybe how it is on a straight amphit or a straight float plate. You keep backing it out. This might work out. We're going to keep reversing out, and we're going to take off that direction. The only way to do that Canadian is to keep the props in feather, which is what I do right here. There we go. All right. Now let's go ahead. We got to get the props up. We got to go to the right. There we go. All right. Flaps are in takeoff position. Lights are coming off. Let's go to our first stop, shall we? Bora Bora traffic, Archipel 357, departing the water, headed to the Regis. Let's go. All right, so percent RPM. Got to be careful you don't over torque it. There's our white arc, about 80 knots. Go ahead and do a nice rotation. Nice and easy. There we go, outside of the white arc, flaps are coming up. We'll start bringing that torque back right away. I don't need to be going too fast, because we're literally just making our first stop is right over here. All right, now you're going to see some really weird twitching behavior, and that is 100% the airplane flight model. I don't know what it is, but it's probably why it's been pulled from the marketplace. Very much a rail feeling to it. And I've tried all sorts of reactivity. I've tried everything. Like, you said we're just climbing away at 120 knots. I mean, we're not even... It's just interesting. This is the second leg, Mike. So we'll do a...
traffic. It's 649 making our left hand turn for 10 miles per hour.
That water, though. The water looks awesome. And it's got call-outs like a 737 does, so...
Don't sink.
Like, we got a don't sink call-outs, like, really?
Don't sink.
I guarantee you that doesn't exist in this airplane.
Don't
So
sink.
we'll do a quick flyover here of this first resort. Actually, is that... Do they have a dock right there? Hold on, I think that might have a dock.
Don't sink.
Right here. That is a dock. But we probably... I don't know if we'll be able to get in there. Should we try it? Let's try it. So that's going to be our first stop. A white arc. Let's go flaps approach. Let me get some trim in here. We're going to circle it back around.
Too low. Flaps.
Like, see, too low flap warning, jip whiz warning.
Too low. Flaps.
That's what I'm talking about with this airplane. That's why this airplane does not even
Too low. Flaps.
exist. Alright, so we're going to come out here. We're going to make a hard right. We're going to try to land it back in that cove. Laura's in the house. Yeah, this is where we're going on our next vacation. We're going to Bora Bora.
Banking.
Alright, we're right at our blue line. Alright, we're set up to go right towards the dock.
Banking.
Bring that power out a little bit. Don't get too slow.
100. Sink rate.
Like, can I inhibit the jip whiz calls somehow?
30.
No, I'm just going to kind of hover here on the water. I don't want to put it in the water just yet because I lose almost all my control once we hit the water. We're going to float it in here. We're just holding it. We're holding it right on. Oh, there we go. Now we're touchdown. Actually, it was a nice touchdown. Let's go to idle. And we're going to try to get over here to this dock. At least I thought it was over here. Yeah, right in front of us. This is where we're going. Low, right here. That's where we're going on our next vacation. One of those little, like, what are the bungalow type deal? Not a bungalow. What do they call those? Those huts? That's what I want. But I want to go on one that's, like, kind of out by itself. Alright, so we're going to keep coming forward here. I'm going to try my best to not ram the dock. This is the Four Seasons, Tyson? Good to know. We're going to get some tickets to the Four Seasons. It is a bungalow, alright. Alright, now this dock isn't the float plane dock that I originally was going to go to the other place. But we'll just do a quick pickup here. If I can just kind of taxi into the dock, we'll do a quick pickup. Matter of fact, I probably should just go to the beach there on the right. This is what would be so scary about being a real float plane pilot is, I mean, there's like no room for air. We'll feather it. That's pretty good. Oh no, not my engine. All right.
4 board traffic, APD 1049, 5 mile final.
It's low tide.
4 board traffic.
Alright. We'll pretend they're waiting out. So what we'll do is, actually, you know what? If I can manipulate the airplane to come to the right here, we can get on that beach. Oh no, we might be stuck, Chad. We might be hosed. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll shut down the left, 'cause that's where they're gonna board. We're gonna shut down the left engine, and they would come in on this side. So they're gonna wait out. While they wait out, let's go ahead and add some passenger weight. So row 2, we'll take a 120 pounder, and then we'll take a 180 pounder. We'll pick up 2 guests from here. And then the next one will be where we pick up the most. Oh my god, that 330. What is that? What is that? But actually, this was actually not a terrible parking job, other than the wing. I think you'd have to come in here at high tide. Alright, so with our passengers on board, we'll close the door. And we're going to keep it in feather for start. We'll go ahead and left engine start. We'll get the fuel on. Soul plane, indeed. This dude just like rolled up onto the beach. Oh my god. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Alright, we got a good start. Now is the trick, is we got to come out of feather and then into reverse quite rapidly. So I got to let those props spin up. And here we go. This might work out, chat. Look at this. This might work out. Let's clean it up. We'll go 1 notch of flaps for takeoff. Give ourselves enough room here as we back up, and then we'll go forward. And turning to the right is almost impossible. So I'm going to go left throttle up. Come on, spin, baby, spin. Spin, baby, spin. Come on. Come on. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Powering up. Watch the torque. We're headed over to the next resort, which actually has a float plane dock.
4 board traffic, APD 1049, we're clear of all customers. We are going to need Fenix.
Now, from what I've been told, I heard Microsoft has decent water physics. I just don't think it matches with this airplane. All right, we're cleaned up. We got one more stop. It's probably getting a little bit toasty. Turn on our vent fan. Let's go ahead and bring it back down now. As a physicist, I'm actually offended by those otter physics. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't even try. It just weather vanes directly into the wind, and then if you're not full power, you're not going anywhere. Look at that. Look at those little resorts. So we were going to go there originally, but we stopped at that first hotel. We're going to this other hotel next. That looks so awesome, though. Alright, so I gotta find this other hotel. Wow, look at that shot. I didn't even look at that mountain, though. You see how the airplane's wiggling? Look at that. I'm not doing anything. That's just Aerosoft water physics. That looked awesome, though. Alright, but I need to find this other resort. Ah, it's right here, I think. Let's do a low pass. We're in for the break. We'll do a low pass. We're going to get all kinds of jip whiz warnings because that's super realistic. I'm going to shovel coffee in my face, pretend I'm in Bali. I know. Well, I had a Cubano before the stream. That was good. All right, there's our dock. I think we need to come in from the open water side. Actually, we have a couple docks we could park on down there. So there's one right there, and then there's one on this side. So I think we'll just come in, we'll land towards the dock just like we did on that last one. Let's get our props up. And then we'll pick up the rest of the load here. There's gotta be a jip whiz inhibit. Oh, there it is. Thank goodness. It's like the most realism breaking sounds I've ever heard doing it. Don't sink. Okay. Alright. We're gonna flip her back around. I want to set it down. Kind of arcade flying right there. Oh, 100%. But like, if this airplane had a great flight model, it would be so much fun.
Letterbox. 100.
No. Yeah, we're just going to come in kind of low and fast because we want to minimize our time on the water. Now let's start configuring. We'll slow it up. Props are full forward. Approaching that wide arc. We'll go flaps approach. We'll get our second notch. How many? I think there's 3 notches. 4 notches. Set. Flaps are coming down, 75 knots, a little more trim. And now it's just flying. Look, it's just going straight up. Alright, we don't want to land on the dock, so let's not do that.
50, 40, 30.
This is a lot like the Kuro 787.
10.
Shots fired. And we're down. So there's not really any wave action yet. Well, that's good. We don't have to worry about landing on the waves. Glide slope. A little bit of left engine reverse here to get us turning. All right. That was good. And then look. So look. Now it's just going to spin to the right. Like, no, Jack. Alright, so I'm going to go far left now. Watch, it's going to spin hardcore to the right again, and it will actually be where we need to be. There we go. Whoa. Oh, brother. Alright, you didn't see that. We're alright. Everything's fine. We just had a minor collision here. We're okay. Uh-oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. Alright, well, let's do a little bit of this. There we go, see? Alright. go ahead and do the same thing. We'll kill the left side. Kill the left gen. We'll open the left door. And don't mind that door right there. And now we're going to load it up. Take 100. Take 160. Take 190. Road 3, we'll take 110 pounds. Alright. Now we're fully loaded. It's time to go to the island. Don't worry, it'll buff out. I'm trying here with this twatter. I'm trying. Alright, looks like we got a good start. Let's go left gen on. Bring the props out of feather. We need to go to the right. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, we're a little bit stuck. There we go. Alright. Enough of that. Physics of this airplane on the water are about as good as the shutdown sounds of the ATR on that sim. Okay, now we can actually go to our destination. Let's go. Flaps are not in the right position. Flaps 10 degrees is set. Generators are reset. Everything else looks good. Power levers are up. Let's go. Use your brakes. If only there were brakes. If only there were brakes. Alright, power is set. Nice little rotation here. Ooh, we actually have to stop warning line. That's actually a model. Nice. Alright, up we go. Accelerate a little bit more. Flaps are coming up. Alright, and now we're going to go right by the big rock. I'm off to the island. Now you understand the don't sing call out. Niggs. Not enough room for DiCaprio? There definitely is. This will be a cool shot coming out the left. Although we should go... I want to go back on this side, though. Yeah, we'll go around the other side. We'll get a full version of T. Actually, I don't know. These rocks look way too cool to not fly by. So we'll set it up. We'll get a nice... we'll get her trimmed out. We'll go to 3,500 feet. And then we'll get the autopilot on. I'll show you where we're headed. But, I mean, look. So you see the flight model is just like... Dot, 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 dot. And I've tried everything to fix it. And I can't. So I think that's why it's been removed. Let alone the water physics. There we go. We're climbing out. I'm doing a little tour here of the rock. And all of a sudden we are rolling over. But that still looks pretty amazing right there. We didn't have the King Air replay, but I actually saved it when I went to close it, so we still have it. Definitely getting some chop. All right, 2,500. Let's go ahead and level off. 70% PSI. Oh, that was 2,500. Like, so I don't know if it's trying to simulate turbulence or what. I'm Newful. Welcome to Private Park. Glad to have you on board. Welcome to the stream. That looks awesome, though. I need to go on vacation. Alright, so we're going to go autopilot on. heading mode. Alright, so we're leveling, out heading. That's all good. Let's go ahead and zoom this out. We're going right past NTTB. So we're going right over here. We're going to take a heading of about 290. Let's go ahead and bring our props back a little more. Get them in the green arc. There we are. So, finally leveled off in the cruise. We got our hotel guests. We can resume the tropic heat. So what do you guys think? Pretty whack, huh? But we can't always be serious on this channel. We gotta have some fun. We won't do a return leg, don't worry. ATC, do you need fire trucks and equipment? Yeah, you need all of them. But I mean, look at the texturing. Look at the model. It would be so nice to have an amazing airplane here. I guess we can go ahead and turn our landing lights off. We're in cruise. We're chilling. Look at that wing view, though. Seeing that float out there. Off we go, my friends. Scenery, great. Plane, not so much. Tyson says, I'm thinking I want to go to Bora Bora. You and me both, dude. You and me both. I so want to go to Bora Bora. Look at that. Look at that. You guys remember, anybody ever watched XXX, the original one? At the very end, they go to Bora Bora. Yeah. Yep. The V1 Wacky Island Tour. That's a great name for today's stream. The Wacky Island Tour. But I mean, look, you can even see the scratches on top of the wings there. See how it's wiggling? Look at that. Okay, has you seen XXX? Yep. Very well modeled, poor systems and physics, just like the CRJ. Yep. Do not know what to expect from the 330. Victor, and that's exactly how I feel. Oh, I see the land off to our left. So we're pure VFR. Like, how cool would it be? Like, oh yeah, just you see the mountain out there? Just fly towards that. Don't hit anybody. So we're gonna fly towards that. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath. And the problem though, the other problem, multiple problems, but Aerosoft, even in FSX days, it still had some, like, they weren't study level add-ons, but they were I mean, they were still like, I didn't buy an Aerosoft product and like, oh my gosh, I regret spending all my money on this airplane. Like, no, I was like, okay, it is what it is. You get what you pay for. It's not FS Labs, but it's, it is what it is. It's still decent. It's enjoyable. Aerosoft and Microsoft, I feel like they've gotten away from that. I don't know if it was like they wanted to be first to the market with the CRJ to get a quick buck, or what it was. Them pulling this airplane off the marketplace, I'm kind of glad they did, because I'm glad no one will buy this on the marketplace expecting to have, look at it wiggling. Like, that's so weird. But it really is a shame, because the model and everything is really nice. But yeah, the 330, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with the 330? I'm not going to hold my breath. Now that I know that Any Builds is bringing out an A300 B4, like, I don't need a 330 anymore. I'll fly the 380, and we'll just see what happens. Maybe the headwind 330 will be aight. It's wiggling to the music. Yeah, Jeremy, the Aerosoft Airbus Extended, it had some... It at least tried to be an airplane, This is just weird. This is like 100%. This is what I would expect from an Xbox flight model. And I try reactivity, I try curves, everything. You can't fix it. And then you guys saw the water physics. It just doesn't... Unless there's an active input, it's pretty much nearly impossible. Now, maybe if you have an airplane with water rudders, it'd be a little bit different, but still, I don't think it's that messed up. Yeah, the modern Airbus from Any Builds, who knows what that's going to be? Can you imagine if Any Builds drops an A330? I hope it's an A330. Just so I can watch Chaos watch his head explode. Another 330. Yeah, if you need, it might be, because they did say modern. If any build is dropping a 330, that would be the ultimate. That'd be the nail in the coffin for Aerosoft airplanes. I think they gotta stick to sceneries, like someone said. I'm in the Beaver, and it's a bit of the same right now. Are you? Yeah. Is that a payware Beaver, or is it like a straight-up default Beaver? Alloper, that's a good way. It's good stuff, but it lacks polish. Yeah, it's... I mean, this lacks the one... I'd rather take, you know... Give me less good-looking textures and a good flight model where I could, fly it more often, but... This is probably the first and last time you'll see this airplane on stream. It literally is dancing to the song. That's kind of funny. But hey, it's an experience. We're on the New Zealand tour. We probably got some content when we do the recap video of us trying to fly this thing. If the INI releases a 340, they'll make a lot of money. Yeah, Victor, I agree. I hope it's a 340. It would be sweet if it's a 330. Where the F are we flying to? We're flying to an island. Right here, my friend. Actually, this one over here to the left. So there is a little strip right over there. But this is where they have like secret, I don't know, secret, but they have isolated beach bungalows. That's where I want to go. So I want to spend 2 nights on those bungalows there on the water with everybody. And then I want to spend like a night out here on this little sandbar island by myself. Well, not by myself, like with my wife. But it's a lot more alone, a lot more like isolated vibes. How are we doing on fuel? Feels good. I don't even know if this thing burns fuel, to be honest with you. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if it just didn't burn fuel. That moment is technically called AIO, Aerosoft Induced Oscillation. That movement is AIO. Migs, that's pretty dang funny, man. That's pretty funny. Aerosoft induced movement. Chaos, I'm just going to leave it be because I will not cater to a single airplane that is that bad. I leave all my settings the same for every airplane I fly. I'm not going to cater for one airplane that flies like a... I don't even know what it flies. It doesn't even fly like it does. It's so challenging to fly because it doesn't fly like physics would say it should fly. Don't lie, you want to be in one of those cabins with your rig and your Throttletek streaming to us. I'd probably have better internet. No worries, water. I don't even know if you can call this a second leg. I don't even know if you can call this a second leg. So what we're going to do is we'll come down, we'll fly super low level. We'll do 500 feet. We'll set it 500 feet right now. We'll set 500 feet. We'll reset our magic barrel ref. We'll turn off the altitude knob. And we'll try to attempt to nose it over. That won't work, so I turn off the autopilot. Nose it over. We'll do a 500-foot pass around the island, and then we're going to go over here to our beach bungalow. We're going to wrap it up. And Migs dropped 5 more gifted subs. Migs, appreciate the support. Too kind, my friend. Too kind, Migs. Appreciate you. I hope you're getting some enjoyment out of today's stream, guys. I know it's definitely a different flavor on this channel. Big time different flavor today. But I appreciate you hanging out with me. I'm honestly blown away at how many likes we have. So you guys are awesome. You're all are good sports. Appreciate the support. Migs, thanks for the 5 memberships as well. And John Binter, welcome to Private Pilot, my friend. Glad to have you on board. Thank you for joining the channel, becoming a member on your own dime. Exclamation point. Welcome for you for new perks here. The V1 Nation, my friend. Welcome. Did you see Fenix V2 update about performance claiming better than PMDG? Yes, I did, Aaron. I did. That could be, I mean, it's going to be game changing. Like I said, I think it's going to be, we'll have to reassess best devs in Microsoft when the V2 is released in full force. Good afternoon, Kevin. Have you had a chance to try out the Comanche? I have. It's absolutely fantastic. 49 Whiskey. Thanks, McAllen. Appreciate that. All right, so you can see there is a strip over here, but where we're going, there are no runways. We need to take her down at 500 feet, low level. Ooh, update required for my PC. Cool. Go ahead and if you could get off there, that'd be great. Thanks. At this point, if anyone in chat is still great, I'm sorry, but Lady Luck ain't on your side. Agreed, Migs. Agreed. All right, 500. Actually, let's screw 500. Let's do 200 feet. 200 feet. Looking for fish. Jipwiz is inhibited. I'm still getting call-outs. That should be all you need to know. All right, let's go autopilot on. This is scary. Heading engaged. Power up, power up. Don't stall it. Don't stall it, airplane. I don't know what song this is. Trying to find some tropical music. Are we level? We are level. In the turn. I mean, the reflection off the water is pretty sweet, too. I mean, that is a sweet shot right there. Look at that. Why is it not responding to my heading bugs? Turn, turn, turn. I mean, that view is cool. I mean, imagine if this was a Fenix level add-on or PMDG level add-on. Flight model, engine wear and tear. Maybe Black Square should take a hold of this airplane. Aviator Nick, I think I could turn the engines off. All right, our island is in front of us, my friends. Autopilot's coming off. Let's pause the music. Let's try to land this thing one last time, and let's never touch it again. We will put it in the hangar for the rest of its days where it belongs, unfortunately, because I would really like a seaplane. I mean, that is so awesome. Look at that. It's a great screenshot airplane. That's not it. Oh, it's good for it. All right, I'm going to go over here to this one little bungalow by itself. Let's go ahead and start bringing that power out. Let's get the props up. See altitude alert. Let's bring it on in, chat. Here comes the white arc, first notch flaps. Flaps 10. Dougal, you uninstalled yours? Oh, good. First notch of flaps, and we just, you know, we balloon and speed up at the same time. Alright, flaps are coming in. I'm actually going to hold off on... We don't want to land. Let's go. Come out to the left. And then we're actually going to line her up for an approach straight into the beach, because I'm not even going to attempt to turn it. So we're going to go straight onto our beach. Hopefully we don't jump the beach. Jason Barzy, thanks for the $4 super chat, my friend. Appreciate you. Thanks for the cup of coffee, super sticker, man. Appreciate you. Too. Very kind, very kind. All right, here we go. We've climbed up to 400 feet somehow. Don't stall it now. I should try to spin it. Should I try to spin it? I guarantee you it won't spin. A great screenshot plane. All right. Coming in hot, chat. Oh, look at that. I'm like a professional float plane pilot. Oh, jeez. I might have ripped the float off. We're here. We're here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Couldn't find valid airport
Oh, good.
data
When
at
I
this
shut the
position.
DC master
Services
off,
are not available.
the sounds shut off. How cool is that? That's the peak. That is peak Aerosoft realism. I turned off the DC master switch, and my shutdown sounds shut off as well. My goodness. Right to the hut. We're not even bring the flaps up. We're just gonna end it right there. Done. We nearly crashed into a house. No, this is the bungalow that I wanted to this is the bungalow I want to stay at right here. I don't know, this looks like something out of The Walking Dead, actually. Maybe not. But I mean, imagine, I mean, that's kind of cool. Like, that's kind of a cool shot with it on the beach, though. All right, as much stuff as I've been saying is bad about this airplane, I'm gonna take a screenshot because it is a great screenshot airplane. Print screen. That could be a desktop background. Like if you flew for Air Tahiti Nui, that looks awesome. Someone's called the scrapyard. Yeah. Oh, look. I think I don't know if he's on floats or not. I hope that's an amphib. Who's over there? Look at this. I didn't even know these guys were flying around. This is too funny. That dude's just taxiing. Migs, Aerosoft customer support. Have you tried unplugging it? Turn it off again. Look at this guy going down the beach. 172 off-road. Hey. Well, that was still pretty fun. We had some great scenery shots. Amphib for the win. Oh, that was the amphib? Nice. Take it right up onto the beach. All right. Are we finished with Xbox? Coyote? Yes, we are, my friend. For all 200 viewers that were here watching Xbox, hey, put a like, put a comment down below if you want to see me do Xbox flying on this channel. I'll get an Xbox just to do flying. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. But we need to get in the King Air so we can watch our replay. Because I forgot all about our replay. That hut looks like $50, but worth $1 million. Yeah, this hut is probably worth like $3.5 million. Actually, you know, you could have probably just landed. Yeah, I could have just landed on the beach right there. Like, you got one other hut over here. All right, unsubscribe. I was just kidding. All right, let me end flight. I want to watch our replay. I saved it. I think I have to. Hold on. What would happen? Well, now I'm curious. Hold on. What would happen if I tried to do a replay in the wrong airplane? I'm curious. I'm gonna try to break the sim here real quick. Where does it save? Hold on. It will just put the Twin Otter in place of the King Air? Alright. So, let's just swap. Nope. May not even load, yeah. We're going to watch our King Air replay. And then we're done with Xbox. 40,000 sub long haul Xbox flying. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what's the hint for the next stream? Island hopping part 2 or an airline flight? No, Migs. Well, you know, we did. I tell you what, since our next stream is going to be out of Tahiti back or down to New Zealand, maybe we should just fly the King Air right now for a second leg. That is kind of late. I was going to say we could take it from Bora Bora right back to where we left off. First Xbox stream. Don't forget to smash the thumbs down button. 40K sub Captain Sim long haul. Oh my gosh. Tyson, that's a good idea. To Fiji, 7-4 to Fiji, then 320 Fiji to New Zealand. Oh yeah, yeah. Chaos, you do need to go to sleep. No worries. I will do the repo flight. Don't worry. I'll do the repo flight off stream, and we're gonna pick it up with our the next stream though. I'm pumped for it. I'm actually gonna set it up for it after I end this one here. So let's go replay. Let's load our replay. King 350 Tahiti. Let's go ahead and start it out. Gosh, I love, if you guys aren't using Flight Recorder Replay, you need to use it. Let me make sure I turn everything on, though. Oh, my props were in feather and shut off. Oh, rip. I think we got everything coming back. Please don't spool down on me. 50K stream, Breedock 737 6-hour flight on Xbox. Hey, if we hit 50K subs, I'll make everybody a deal. If we hit 50K subs before the end of the year, I will fly the Breedock 737 on Xbox. Actually, make it by the end of the tour. I don't know how many subs we're going to get by the end of the year. Probably not that many, but I don't even want to risk that becoming a reality. Cannot even risk that becoming a reality. Press X to like. Look, we almost had it. I'm so mad that I missed that landing. I'm so mad that I missed that landing. We were so close. We were so close to being right on the numbers. Oh, now I think our props are going to spool down because I had my cutoff levels. Oh. Just a hair long. Alright. Shout out to CP Pablo who just subscribed to the channel. If anybody subscribed to the channel on this stream, you have my utmost respect. I appreciate you because this is not what we'd always do here. But I'm glad we still have some fans out there. All right, guys. Sail's going to get playing in the background. I'm going to end this stream here with this replay. Actually, let's back it up a little bit longer. Let's watch the full one. Let's watch the full one coming down here on the base to final turn because it is pretty sweet. Let's make it a sunset landing because why not? You guys had to suffer through all the... You had to... Oh, actually, no. We have to do sunrise. Let's do a sunrise landing because we're landing into the sun. Since you guys had to suffer through that entire... Xbox water flying. I'll give you a sunrise landing here in Bora Bora. Migs, I'm going door to door in my neighborhood just to see you fly the Breedock. Not happening, Migs. Not happening. Dougal, take care, my friend. Thank you all for stopping by and hanging out with me on this little turbo prompt puddle jumping stream. I hope you had some fun at the very least. The next stream is going to be 10 for 10. I got a good feeling about it. So hope to see you on that one. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. See you. Since when did Aerosoft make the King Air?